remember the previous video in which we are taken the example for finding maximum from a two numbers. In this case only we have one conditions, but suppose your logic has a more number of conditions, then you can apply the nested if else statements. How? Let's see here the syntax, and the meaning of nested is what? It is a inside of if else. So simply you have to use if else, and inside if you have to use again if else. Syntax is same. First we have to write the if, and in a if condition is there, but now nested if else consists of more number of conditions, so we put just number condition 1. And if this condition is true, then again we have to go in a if, and second condition we have to check if condition 2. If it is true, then the statement 1 with that condition will be executed, and directly cursor move to the next statements. If the second condition is false, then in that case the statement 2 will be executed and move to the next statements. And suppose our first condition becomes false, then the else part for that if will be executed. Again we are applying the nested if else, so put the if and else inside of it. If the condition 3 will be true, then the statement 3 will be executed, and else the statement number 4 will be executed and move to the next statements. So here you can see the multiple conditions are there. Now how it can work, let's understand with a diagram. First is a condition 1 in a diamond shape. It has a obvious two parts. Discuss about the true part first. The true means we have to check second condition. If the second condition is true, then statement 1 is executed and move to the next statements. But if the second condition is false, then statement 2 will be executed and move to the next statements. Now if the condition 1 is false, then the false part will be executed, that is else. Inside else again the condition is there, that is condition number 3. If condition 3 is true, statement 3 will be executed, move to the next statement, and if the condition 3 will be false, then statement 4 will be executed and the next statement is followed. So likewise that we can apply the nested if else. Now understand with a example. Simple example I am taking here. Instead of finding maximum from the two number, the definition is just like find the maximum from the three numbers. For that, first include the header files and then write the void main. How many inputs we want? 3. So take 3 variables, integer a, b and c. In a printf, write the message like enter ABC, and in a scanf 3 times now %d is required because there are 3 input, and then and a and b and c, 3 different variables. Now this is about the input. How our nested if else now applied here? So first we have to check first condition a greater than b, means check a with a b, and then if it is true, then again we have to check a with a c. That is our logic, and for that first if has a condition a greater than b. Inside if again we use if and the condition a greater than c. If these two conditions are true, that indicates our a is max. So simply print the message a is max. And suppose the second condition a greater than c becomes false, then our answer is print c is max. So this if part will be completed. Now think about the b. If a greater than b becomes false, means b is greater. In this case b now check with a c. So in a else again we have to write the condition in a if, that is b greater than c. If it is true, then obviously the answer is b is max. Otherwise obviously the answer is c is max. So likewise that you can apply the nested concept. Now check the output. Suppose I enter a equals 100, b equals 20 and c equals 30. In this case 100 is greater than 20, yes. 100 is greater than 30, yes. First and second both the conditions are true and the message will be display a is max. At a time again we say like that, at a time only one statement will be executed. So the message is A is max. Now check for another output. A is 10, B is 200 and C is 30. In this case, the first condition becomes false. 10 greater than 200? No. So move to the else part and check the second condition, that is B greater than C. 200 is greater than 30? Yes. So the message is B is max. Now check for the third input, that is A is 10, B is 20 and C is 30. So first condition obviously false, that is 10 is greater than 20. Again move to the else part. In a else the condition is B greater than C, that is 20 is greater than 30. Again it is false. So directly move to the last statements, that is C is max. So this type of example we can solve using this theory. In practical we will see more about this concept. Now welcome all of you in our practical session for the same theory, nested if else. In theoretical we are doing the program for finding maximum from the three numbers, and now in a practical we are solving the same program, but instead of maximum now we are changing for a minimum from two numbers. So here our title of program is what? Write a program to find the minimum from three numbers. Clear? So for a three numbers, how many inputs we are requiring? 3. So in void main, first we have to start curly bracket, and inside this curly bracket we have to declare three variables, integer a, b, c, and after declaration we have to print and scan this value. So first we have to print the message, like in a printf we have to write enter three numbers, that is a, b, c. After that we have to scan that data from the user, and for that we are using scanf functions. Inside scanf, how many times we require control string? 3 times, because 3 values we have to input, and for that write %d 3 times, and after that comma, end of a, end of b and end of c. This is nothing but the variable name. This is about the input part. Now start our logic. Which theory we have to apply? Nested. So first in a syntax we have to follow if, and inside if we have to write the condition, and the condition is a less than b, because we are finding minimum. If this condition is true, then we have to go inside of this part, and inside this if again we have to use if, because of concept nested. So again we have to write if. In a if, which condition we have to apply? For a finding minimum, that is a less than c. That indicates what? If a less than b, then a will be checked with a c, and if it is true, that indicates our a is minimum. So when this condition is true, we have to print the message, that is in a printf a is min. But suppose this condition is false, then we have to write the false statement in a else part. So in a else we have to write in a printf which one is minimum? Obviously the c is min, so write c is min. So here our if part is completed, but suppose a is not less than b, then we have to go for a else part. So here we have to start else. Inside else, now if a less than b is false, that indicates what? B is minimum. So we have to check b with a c, and for that we have to write the condition in a if, that is b is less than c. If it is true, then go inside this if part and print the message printf. In a double inverted we have to write b is minimum. But now this condition is false, means b is less than c becomes false, that indicates c is minimum. So for that we have to write the else part, and in a else we have to print the message printf c is min. So this is the logic for a finding minimum. You can see here the whole program. What we are doing, first input the number, complete the if part, and after that we have to move for a else part. Now execute this program, compile first. There is no error, so you can run this program, and the message is just like 3 values we have to enter. Suppose I entered 10 for A, 20 for B and 30 for C. Obviously the answer we are getting, that is A is main. Clear? Now check for the another input. Suppose I enter A equals 50, then B equals 20 and C equals 30. So what is our output? Now in this case B is smaller, so we are getting the output B is main. Again check for a third input and run this program, that is 30 for A, 20 for B and 10 for a C. So we are finding the C is minimum. So this all about the theory nested if else. In our next video we will see more about the different conditional statements like else if ladder and switch statements. I hope you guys understand this concept of a nested if else. If you have any query, feel free contact me. If you like this video, then thumbs up. If you think this video will help some of your friends, then do share this video with them. Also you can subscribe my channel, so when I upload new video you get a notification.